Alrighty, welcome to the last round of the Pi Day tournament. I'm trying to knock them all out tonight, and as you guys can tell, these videos are only like 30 minutes long rather than like an hour. Partially due to the time format, partially because I'm a bit tired, partially because my new improved way of doing things with the analysis at the same time, I think cuts down on, the long, drawn-out sort of chatting about things as they are. In my last round, I'm up against Noah Solomon. If I draw, I win the tournament. If I win, I win the tournament. If I lose, I don't actually win the tournament. I play the black pieces. I'm pretty sure that Noah is my opponent most likely this Tuesday as well, which added further complications. And I'm going to let you guys on a little spoiler. I do end up winning this tournament, which means I either won or drew this game. But this game was, I kid you not, probably 200 moves. Both Noah and I stopped recording our moves around move 50. So I'm going to show the game out to only about move 50. Because as you can imagine, there were 1,000,001 checks. Yeah. So let's, without further ado, actually get into the meat and potatoes of the game. And then I'm going to... Yeah, let me just get you the meat and potatoes. We'll just see where this goes. Because again, I'm pretty tired. I played 4 classical games today. I'm just trying to knock out the last recap, while I still have any energy. And let's see what happens. So... I haven't spent long on opening stuff, but basically we get the Nimzovich defense, which is what I've been playing lately. I like it a lot. It's a bit offbeat, but I know the lines well. Obviously, if they play Knight F3, I've been playing the Colorado Counter Gambit, although I'm throwing that in the trash. Finally, we get Knight C3, which is another tip. I mean, the most common move here is D4, and in Classical, I haven't had it yet, which is weird, because there's a lot of like that's the main line of the Nimzovich defense, and I haven't gotten that in Classical yet, which is weird. E4, D4, like, come on guys, what are you doing? And the reason why this is cool, by the way, when they play Knight C3, is the best move for black is to play E5, and that transposes to an E4, E5 game. I don't want that. Okay, so I have been calling this in my own notes the Eckstut variation, because this is my own opening theory. Like, this is not, like, what I'm about to play is like not known. Like, nobody plays this stuff, but it's good according to the computer, and I memorized this stuff. And the reason why I'm like proud of that is I don't want to play E4, E5 lines. Like, I don't want to go into lines that people know what they're doing. So I'm again, he's kind of finagling the move order, and I'm kind of getting it to what I want. So I'm kind of proud of that. And the weird move in the Eckstut variation of the Nimzovich defense is this move, Knight D4. And the thing is, like, if we just turn on the analysis, and I don't want to go too long about opening theory, again, is E5 is the best move. Like, you're supposed to play E4, E5. But then we just get into transposition where it goes E4, E5, he plays Knight C3, which is what he wants, and then Knight C6, which is like, I mean, what is that? What is that? I don't even, guys, I don't even know. I don't know. It's the Vienna game. Okay, I should know that one. Max Lane's, okay, this is like classic. Like, I should know this. Anyway, the Vienna opening is like incredibly well known. I don't know the theory for it. I've never studied E4, E5 stuff. I don't want to. I don't want to play this bullshit. So that means in all my pet stuff, I need to play stuff that doesn't do that. And as you can tell, like, it's not an actual move, but this Knight D4 is sound. It's the second best, and it's like, if you look online, Lichess has like pretty good winning chances. And I know the moves out here. So I play here, and he, like, Noah, like, looks at you, like, shakes his head. He's probably thinking, like, what is this idiot doing? And although he's not wrong, the truth is, like, I know that I got a good opening, actually. Yeah, he plays Bishop C4, which is a very common move, and I play C5. It almost looks like a Sicilian, but the difference is Sicilian, where I've already jumped like so. So I think the move order is already kind of unique. I'm actually kind of curious. Again, I don't want to go too far into the deep end here, but okay, there's nothing to explore there. I guess I have to do this on Lichess to find. I'm actually going to just very quickly just check Lichess over here, just because I'm kind of curious, actually. The opening Explorer, Masters Database, Nimzovich Defense. So weird seeing things from the reverse. Master's database. This move. Knight d4. Yeah. Okay. 5 games of Masters game. Like no one plays this. This is what I mean. Although White has an incredibly good score. So clearly they didn't know the theory like I do. Yeah, and this is a move. Yeah, bishop c4. It's the 3rd best move. And this is one of the 3 that I've looked at, for the record. Not surprisingly. And see, this is the mistake. Well, okay, c5 and e4. They're great. I'm just curious. Yeah, see, and it looks Sicilian-esque because c5 has been played, but no one has, like, in Masters, like, no one arrives at this position. So, all right, I just wanted to go to the opening Explorer. We'll go back here. The point is, so I actually know this. So, all right, so we have, like, a unique opening. He plays d3, which is, again, what I've looked at. And now I play e6. If you notice, e6 was good. And the reason, like, the theory with e6 is you're blunting the bishop, light square bishop. So it's outside the pawn wall, but it's not really eyeing anything of, like, importance. And my idea is I'm going to basically build up on the queen side and win tempo and then get a good bishop. So, again, I didn't want to go, like, deep into theory, but I've spent only 5 minutes in the first 8 moves because I know them well. And I do think I got a good position, actually. So, all right. He plays knight e2. You never want to trade this. You want them to trade because then takes, and then you have a big center, and then I'm basically angling to play d5 and just to break it up. Yeah, so like I want him to trade, but he didn't trade for a long time. I play a6. I'm now taking away any kind of like funky knight b5s that like threaten to attack the knight twice. Furthermore, I'm setting up b5 at tempo. Noah plays a3. It's a good move. I mean, it's got to be a good move. Again, I'm only going to go 50 moves deep in this one because we played like 200. Yeah, a4 is a little more accurate. I think I'm used to a4. a3 is a little bit more passive. A4 is slightly better. You want to take more space, and when he doesn't take it, I say, I'll take it. Thank you very much. b5. Thank you very much, Mr. Roboto. He plays all the way back, and now he actually has some like there's like weird tactics here. Actually, I played against his weak rook for a lot of this game, actually, as you guys will see. And I just continue my plan, the Finchetto. If I can open this up, this is a weak pawn. I'm looking at f5 or d5 ideas. Not yet, it doesn't work because 1, 2, 3 defenders. Right now, 1, 2, 3 attackers. I need to get my knight to the square. And the whole idea for the Eckstut variation is you want to get d5 in. This is a pretty strong piece, but if I can get d5 in and crack it open, then I'd argue mine's actually stronger, especially because he's potentially eyeing a pawn chain. I'm not. That's kind of the game within the game at the moment. In any event, once I play bishop b7, he just castles, which is very reasonable. And now I play knight f6. I'm following through with my plan. I really want to play d5. He plays rook e1, and I play. I think I should play d5 here. To be honest, I didn't. They don't like it. Oh, good. Okay, I held off because I wasn't sure it was good for me. They like queen b6, which is not a move I was thinking of. And they like. Wow, it's funny. My first instinct was play bishop d6, and I thought it looked funny because I thought that like maybe there were some lines where I'm opening myself up to the fork. But I thought that I could play bishop d6 with the idea of actually putting it on e5 to kind of lock this in place, which was my idea. But I overruled it because I thought it looked funny. So I actually do play a bishop move, and I played bishop e7. Yeah, and if you look at that, I basically had reached equality. So this is a bad move. The reason I played here is I thought I wanted to develop. Maybe I end up castling, but moreover, with the rook, it's not like completely eyeing my king. Basically putting a piece in the way. And yeah, he should play e5 here. I think I did get nervous about e5. Instead now he takes. Now he goes knight takes. I play pawn takes, cd4. He plays knight c2, kind of back. And now I play e5. And I thought that I had a good position when this was reached. Queen b6 is better. Defending with the queen. E5 is not as good here. Interesting. Yeah, that is interesting. Well, I play e5 because I thought that this is the structure I want, with the idea of looking for d5 and like swinging my rook to the c8 square and just kind of powerhousing it down, something like that. All right, you live and learn. You live and learn. And then Noah shocks me playing f4, and the reason why this shocks me is he moved his rook from f to e square, and normally if you think about playing f4, it's because you have the rook here already, so it kind of was like inconsistent. It is a good move. Like f4 is good here, for the record, so I can't be overly critical of it. I just didn't expect it because he moved his rook over. Like normally you want the rook behind the pawn when you're kind of pushing it. And I wasn't actually sure how I should handle this. Yeah, so if you look at timing, I had spent through 11 moves, 10 minutes. My opening went pretty well. He had spent a little bit more time than me. Noah plays a little bit slower than me, but not by much. He had used 13 minutes up to this point, so I had a couple minutes on the clock. And I end up using 5 minutes on this next move. This was my first think of the game, if you will, because I don't think I can ever take. I thought I was going to get sauce. I was going to let his bishop into the game. It's defended by the knight. He opens up on me. I thought that was a problem. I thought d4 would become really weak. But I also know that d6 is a really weakening move, and it means I'm never playing d5. I need to know what the best move was in this position, because I did not... Okay, I did play the best move. I played d6, obviously, but I didn't like it. It seemed like I played d6. It's the best move. I played d6, and I'm like crossing my fingers, hoping that I'm not going to get like too much bad stuff happening here. You know what I mean? I'm like, let's hope this is okay. He now plays knight g3. Now I'm worried about him jumping to f5, having a dominant knight. That knight targets d6 as well as g7. So I blitz this move out. I figure, okay, like, I'm not going to get d5 in anymore, so I'm not going to crack open the center, so I should reposition my bishop to a more active square. I play bishop c8 with the idea that if he goes here, I can just trade. He's got these double pawns. And that's exactly what happens. And I was pretty happy with this trade. It goes takes, and then d takes on f5. And I thought once we arrived at this position, I was doing okay. Yeah. It's not quite equal. White has a solid advantage right now, plus 0.5 or so. Yeah, I mean, he's playing all right. He's playing all right, that's for sure. Yeah, move 15. Yeah, G takes on f5, or E takes, excuse me, on f5. Yeah, and here I play queen c7. They like h6. I didn't see that. And I did see rook c8. I thought that queen c7 was accurate, where I could continue to support the e5 pawn at a distance while potentially having some threat of my own to like break on in. How bad of a move is this then? Very bad. Because g4. You know what's funny? I played this and I was worried about g4. Because I didn't know how to stop it. I calculated, I thought I could go knight d7, f6, and I thought I was stopping it, to be honest. But maybe I'm wrong. He doesn't do that, though. He doesn't take advantage of my malfeasance. Ooh, just got paid. Moist. All right, queen c7. He plays queen f3. This move, he's, threatening my rook. And I did another thing, just so you guys can tell. If he played here, I was going to go like this, and if he pushes, I was going to just do this. And I thought I was okay in this position, to be honest. I'm not. Okay. Because now he can break in with these checks, and I can't block. This takes, and then this hangs. Okay, I see the issue with that. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, I get it. However, he plays queen f3, and Alright, for the record, I'll show you what I did. I did another deep think here. Well, what do you think? It looks like I only spent a couple minutes on this move, but I felt like I had a deep think. I played rook c8, but I was considering playing e4 here with the idea of takes, but then I thought that this move wins because he's attacking and attacking. So it didn't quite work here. Am I an idiot? Is it always... Okay, yeah, that just doesn't work. Yeah, okay, I played rook c8. Okay, I played the best move here. For some reason, I was trying to calculate e4 to see if it was any good, and I only spent a couple minutes. It didn't seem good, so I didn't play it. So that's good. Okay, I don't suck. I played the best move, but my position's already kind of bad. It looks like it's +1 here. Interesting. Interesting. He plays bishop b3. He's like locking everything down. I'm wondering if I should push the pawns, but I thought if I push a5, I'm not really threatening anything, because maybe he can just push a4. Excuse me. So I have to make another plan. And now I go for my idea with knight d7. On some lines, I'm going to push it to c5, threaten to trade. But I'm also just trying to like lock up the structure. I'm curious what the best move is here. I played knight d7. They like knight d7. It's one of the better moves. h5. Yeah, I needed to be aware of these g4 ideas. He didn't want to weaken his king. And I was definitely aware of that idea, but I thought it was double-edged if that happened. But whatever. All right, I played knight d7. He plays queen h5. He's trying to infiltrate. And I have to do another think. It looks like I spent another 5 minutes in this move. Remember, you only have an hour, so 5 minutes on a move is, a 1/12 of your time. It's not nothing. Clearly, he's attacking the f7 square, obviously. I could either castle into that, or I could play g6. I don't see any other option. I'm curious if there's any other option. I end up playing g6 because I thought, not now for a rook lift, but I thought if I castled into this, I'm asking to get mated. I thought that he'd play f6. So I actually made peace with the idea that I just wasn't going to castle this game. Right around here, I said, yeah, Rob, I guess I'm just not going to castle. But it looks like castling is the best line. I got really worried about castling into this. I thought castle's f6 is just really powerful. Maybe not right away, because I can just take. Got a lot of defenders on the square. Huh. Interesting. Well, I chose wrong. Also, preamble, I meant to say this at the beginning of the video. This is my last game of the day. 4 games a day is just too many. I think both Noah and I were running on fumes for this one, and our game literally lasted 200 moves. So sometimes I beat myself up for the accuracy of a game. Not this one. This game, it's the last game of the day, last one to finish. And you're just hoping that you play okay, because chess is really tiring. I go g6. Is it really that losing? F takes g6 is winning, apparently, which is what happens. F takes g6. I didn't see it. F takes g6. I played F takes g6. He played queen f3. You're supposed to play queen h3 and just I don't get it. All right, well, it looks like his move is still pretty good. So he's just much better here. What does he do? Queen f3. Alright, well, it's +2 position, so clearly I messed this up somewhere. Some way, somehow. Happens. Alright. I then play rook f8, thinking that I can, pin his pawn, get my rook into the game because I'm not castling. And the computer hates my moves. There you go, fuck it. I'll look at the computer. No, it's the best move. Okay, cool. I'll look at the computer afterward. It's going to be too slow otherwise. He gets out of that. He goes back. He goes queen g3. I play queen d8. Nah, this was a hope chess. I'm doing this so I could, skewer him. I also thought that there were a lot of lines where I don't want my queen leading the way. I want the rook, so I want to put, the queen behind the rook. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't see a good move for me here. I know I said I was going to turn the computer on at the end, but I'm just kind of curious what they recommend. Yeah, everything looks kind of bad. I didn't I considered rook f5 here to support, but I thought that he would play bishop e6, hitting both pieces immediately. So I literally immediately discounted that one. I guess I didn't realize my position was this bad. Play queen d8. Rook f1. I play knight c5. Now I say fuck it, let's go for it. Like, I'm assuming he's gonna move his bishop. If he takes, I take. He takes, and like, yes, I open up my king, but like I get some play. I would have probably check. He still has issues with his dark square bishop. You know, bishop a2 is played. So he just dips and dots, and then this was my whole idea. I play e4 here. I thought e4 takes, and like, first off, I'm opening up. I've got all this pressure. I'm immediately hitting the queen. He surprises me with a good move, but I do play e4 here, and it's not good. I'm just worse. Wow. e4 is bad because he can take. I thought d takes was bad. What am I missing? Something, apparently. Well, I play e4 because he plays b4 here. God damn it. I knew I should have gone to a4. I was out of the play here. I mean, the idea is to then bounce it, use this as an outpost. I go to d7. Alright, whatever. So I go knight d7. He plays d takes. But he lets my rook in. And like, I don't know. I mean, I have the kebab. I have some counterplay. I thought there was a chance he could blunder with bishop e3, and then I'd play rook c3. Genuinely thought that there was a chance that he'd blunder. I guess to go to the computer, just like much worse here. Sorry, I realized my video making skills this game kind of match my playing skills. Just exhausted and tired and bad. But again, it's kind of excusable. I'm not gonna be myself for the fourth game out of 4 for classical. He plays bishop e6. Didn't understand this. Not gonna lie. I thought his bishop was far more active and good than my knight. I was happy if he traded. I played queen to b6. This is more hope chess. My thinking, obviously, I have a discovery, but really what I'm trying to do is wiggle in. He plays king h1. I play queen c6. I thought that this was forced, right? But he doesn't do that. Like, he gives me so much life. I thought he was going to play bishop d5. Like, I thought that was the obvious move. It is. Bishop d5. Already I'm in good decent shape, but he doesn't play it. I thought bishop d5 was forced, and I was going to go queen c3. And I was going to trade queens and just basically say, whatever, you know, probably take with the pawn, but maybe take with the rook and actually have activity, and, like, I'd be fine. That was my plan. That was exactly my plan in this spot. For the record, I'm down to 25 minutes. He's down to 17 minutes. Again, we play... I mean, I don't know if it's 200 moves because we stopped documenting, but we played a lot of moves very, very quickly. Anyway, I played queen c6 fully expecting bishop d5, and he plays f5 here. And I was like... I literally did the what the fuck? It's not like he's like worse now or anything like that. In fact, plus 0.8 is still pretty good, but I just thought this was an obvious move. And it wasn't, I guess. And I actually was a little bit stunned. I think I should have played the knight in first because this is a good outpost, you know, active. If he takes, I just take, it's fine. But I got greedy and I took. And I thought the reason why is I have a mate threat. I'm now defending the rook, and I'm kind of chaperoning this pawn. You know? Like I kind of got shocked that he let me have this. And the reason he let me have this, and like I couldn't, I was like, what is going on? Yeah, is he has the strong continuation. I missed this for the record. Is he's now opened up for his bishop, and he's gonna win the exchange. And as soon as I saw that, I was like, oh, that's why he gave me the pawn, because now he's gonna get the exchange. Like that's good for him. I didn't see any of this, obviously. Again, exhausted. I am excusing everything. And then I had a funny idea. I thought to myself, man, he has to keep his queen tied down to the h2 pawn. If I can distract it, I win the game. I was like, how can I distract it? I was like, well, I can always throw this move in. It's defended by my queen, but even if it wasn't, if he moves it away, then he loses. So he can't actually take it. So I start thinking, and like, so it looks like I spent 6 minutes on this move, and again, I don't have a lot of time. That's more than a quarter of my remaining time, because I thought to myself, like, I'm like, am I losing? Like, you know what I mean? Okay, I do play the best move. Cool. Okay, not the best move. I was going to then sacrifice. Anyway, I literally went through the motions here of like. I thought for a while. It felt like even longer than that, but I was like, am I winning? Am I losing? What is going on in this game? I had no idea what was going on in this game. I played bishop h4. It's kind of cutesy move, right? I thought that he was going to just actually slide over here. I realized afterward he could go queen f3, but I was going to go trade, with the hope that basically I could draw this, down the exchange, but having a pawn for it with some activity. Yeah, queen. Oh wow. Okay, so for the record, he plays the best move here. Good for him. He plays queen h3. I thought that he was gonna play this move, to be honest, and I was gonna take. Yeah, I thought he was gonna play this move. Because it looks like he's winning the exchange. Like, so this is what I thought was gonna happen. For the record, takes, f6 exactly. And then it looks like if he traps me, which is what I thought would happen. They even like this move, but I thought that he would go like this, and now, boom, boom. Boom. Yeah, I saw all this. He doesn't have anything because I just moved my king up. Cool. This is what I thought was going to happen. But he plays the queen over, which is better for him. Yeah, this is just better for him. But that's, again, I saw that line where I thought that, that we were going to make those trades, and I was basically going to make a draw. Being fine with it, just walking out, But he doesn't do that. So now I have the same problem where I feel like anytime I go rook f6, he can trap it and just win the exchange. I'm still thinking about these mate threats and like ways to muck it up. Yeah, they like knight e5, which is what I should have done here, to be honest, because the problem is he takes with check, and then he has all these checks with his queen opening up on me. So I think I made a mistake here, but the good news is, so did my opponent. Yeah, I play rook f6, thinking that this move was forced. Right? Like, I thought so anyway. And then I realized as well that if my knight is guarding a piece, he can just take with check, that I'd actually be losing a piece, potentially. I also just had no idea what was going on. And he shocks me by blundering. And I'm sure this is a blunder, because I think I went from losing to winning. Yeah, he just plays... Yeah, he's supposed to just trade, or what I thought, bishop g7, wins the exchange, and like he just plays an exchange. And it's... He's not always going to win a plus 1.5, but like it's simple and pretty easy. But instead, that's not what happens. He blunders with 13 minutes left on his clock. And Noah plays bishop g5. And I don't know why he played this move. But I'm pretty sure I'm just winning now after this. Yeah, I'm just winning after this move. It's just a blunder. Cool. And I remember thinking to myself, like, what is going on in this game? So I just take. And my thinking is, right now, by the way, it's worth pointing out the bishop is protecting the E1 square. He's dislodged me, which means he can now gear up. But I always saw I had this move, bishop E3, protected by the pawn. So, like, this is literally what happens. I took on G5. He plays rook AE1. He finally gets his last piece involved. I immediately blitz out bishop E3, because, like, obviously. And I'm like, cool. I'm winning. He plays bishop takes on D7. This is a check. Obviously, I take. And, yeah. And, like, yeah, he's getting a few pawns. He's, like, getting some activity. But I'm just, oh, wow, it's not even... I already butchered the game. How? This is not the right move. Supposed to block with the rook. Huh, I did not see that. I thought I needed to keep the mate threat alive, keeping his queen tied down. Oh boy. So then when I played bishop, I thought this was protecting everything, but I'm like wrong, obviously. Because he goes through with this line, and then he takes my pawn. I'm not even supposed to take the bishop back. I'm supposed to just go to D8. Wow. Apparently this is now a draw. Alright. This is a crazy game. Mostly just sloppy because, you know, exhausted. He comes down. Queen check. I run up. Seeing that he doesn't have any checks here. He can't dilly-dally too long or else he's going to get mated. So he retreats. He goes back to H3. And I play G takes on F5. Like that. He's got less than 10 minutes. I have 13 minutes, so we don't have a lot of time on the clock. He plays rook F3. Am I winning now at this point, or am I not even winning? No, I'm winning. Okay. I'm just super winning. -6. Okay, well... And this is where I got, like, way too fancy. I should have just put the game away. He plays rook F3. And the reason I get fancy is... Can you guys see the queen sacrifice that's flashy to win the game? I saw it. It's bishop F2, in case you guys are wondering. So I played bishop F2. It's not the best move, but it was a flashy move. So I played bishop F2. It's not a bad move. Okay? It's a brilliant fact. Okay, cool. The reason why is if he takes, it's mate. If he moves back in here, he takes it. So I earn a brilliant, which is nice. Because it looked like the prettiest move, you know? He plays rook F1. And I thought I played another brilliant move. I mean, I know I played another brilliant move. I play queen E2. Yep. Queen E2. Boom. It's another great move. Because if he takes, I mate. Takes, I sacrifice. If he takes, I sacrifice. Because then if he takes back, then it's mate. So yeah, this is -8. And I thought the game was over. I thought the game was over here. It should have been over. He plays G4. And like, I have a million wins here. Okay? For example, F takes. Easy win. E3. E3. Bishop E3. Just move it back. Easy win. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I thought I had another clever checkmate, but I didn't. And the other moves I spent a minute on, and I was kind of annoyed that the game kept going on. And you guys will never believe what I played in this position. Boom! Queen takes F1. And I went from Minus 15 to plus 1.5. Oh my goodness gracious. This move was played, and I'm like, oh wait, that's not a checkmate. And I was like, what the fuck just happened? He then takes here, and I realize I'm in a lot of trouble. I played bishop e3, and to my shock, he sacks the rook, which is the best move apparently. No, he should just take here. Right. Yeah, he sacks the rook. I have no idea what was going on. Like, I'm not kidding. I have no idea what was going on in this game. I then took d takes. He plays d5. Excuse me. Rook takes, d takes, d5. That doesn't make any sense. D takes on e3. d5. That's not possible. No, you know what? He must have... Did he play g5? My notes are terrible at this point. d5. D takes e3. D takes e3. I wrote down d5. That's this. I think he checks me, maybe? Maybe he checks me? That would make some sense. He takes on e3. Yeah, he checks me. That makes more sense. He checks me on f3. Now I play d5, and then he takes the pawn. I think now I'm winning, now that he sacrificed the rook for... Okay, it's not even a win. Just a blunder. Okay. And then he takes this pawn. I mean, honestly, this was just like a... This was a fucking calamity, this game. Like, let's call it what it is. Let's call a spade a spade. How about that? Spade a spade. F takes on g4. So now I play f takes on g... Wait. Queen takes on e3. Somehow it's... I mean, I really messed up the notation. F takes on g4, and then I play f takes on g4. So none of that makes sense. And then queen e8 check. I think I go like this, and he goes like this. Maybe this is what happened. I don't know. Queen e8 check. I play king d6. Oopsies. Whoopsies. I don't know why chess.com is crashing. Really? The whole game? God damn it. Oh, I really didn't want to input this game again. Alright, well that's... I mean, basically, guys, I'll give you the clip notes. We played 2 rooks against the queen for like 200 moves, where I thought I was winning, but I'm probably always just drawing after I just dropped my queen. It was, you know, I had a couple minute advantage on him. He was down. We ended up drawing when he was down to 6 seconds, and I had 2 minutes. And like it was, I mean, a few people were watching because it was the last game by far, and they were like, "Yeah, it's a draw." As you guys saw, I was totally winning, but I also had been getting beaten up that game. Like I was not playing. I guess he just had a sizable advantage. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like even my notes from this game, like the score sheet, are just terrible, which makes me think that I just was exhausted. I have a rule that I don't play 4 games in a day, and I should have stuck to it. I was TDing, so you know, it is what it is. Yeah, it's really really exhausting. I did go on to win the tournament, or I split with Logan for first, so I made all of, you know, $38 or so. 38 buckaroonies. I guess if we just very quickly go through the games. Game 1, I converted a Jabava. I had one bit of an inaccuracy where the game swung to him, but then I played pretty well, finding the tactic and then converting. I could have found a little bit of a faster mate, but it was pretty thorough. I didn't feel in jeopardy. Game 2, I had to be very clever and creative to draw Logan. It looks like we both were pretty inaccurate. His attack was pretty strong. I played this stupid Colorado Gambit. It's not good. I really need to drop it. Game 3 was my best game for sure. I played very well, and I had like what I thought were kind of like these brilliance or whatnot. And then this one, which I was losing, or at least quite a bit worse. My opponent, like both of us, blundered a lot. Again, last game of the day. Like, how can you be too critical of that? I certainly can't. So I'm not going to. It just really goes to show that how much your play like deteriorates. Like when you're tired or when you've been thinking for a while. Yeah, I guess other than that, I'm gonna be playing him again. I think I'm gonna be white though, so so I'm sure it'll be a different game. Yeah, I'll go through the review, I guess. Again, just to be very clear, we played like literally 200 moves where I was like two rooks against a queen, and I had like the 2 pawns advantage on him, but I couldn't get cover. He just checked me every time. I couldn't coordinate my rooks. I just didn't know how to do it. I really thought that I was winning. The people watching thought it was just a draw, so again, maybe I shouldn't feel bad about not winning at that point. But losing my queen after, literally just fishing for, crits, basically, was probably a little bit of a poor decision. A wee bit of one, some would say. Some people would say that. Again, I was proud of the moves until I wasn't. You know what I mean? Like, that's the way chess is. Yeah, I don't know. I wonder how... I know that Noah was so pumped after this game, like, the draw. He was like, yes! Because it looked like, he's like, that's why you never resign. And, like, he's not wrong. So, like, I can't argue with that. Like, I just totally flubbed this one. It's really, really sad. It looks like I honestly, I played very badly. Okay, so overall, I'm quite lucky that I didn't lose any of these games. I did look up the USCF calculator, and it seems like I lost a couple rating points. Only a couple. Like, going 3 out of 4 is really still pretty good. For me to have 1 point, I would have had to go 3.5 out of 4, which is a tough task. Like, I felt better than my opponents, but like not by like that much. You know what I mean? Just chess is really hard. That's really all that needs to be said. Queen f3, rook f8. Yeah, I don't know why chess.com is crashing and stuff. I also don't know why this game was so hard. Well, yeah, I do know why, because I was really tired. Alright, that's going to do it for me. I'm wondering at what point I should do the review here. Maybe I'll go through this game on my own, just because I need to. It was a slop fest. Sloppyism. Alright, let's just quickly rattle out these moves, just so I can save it. Who is texting me? Yeah. Just so I can save it. B4, 97, D takes, rook takes. I really thought I was doing okay here. I'm not. Well, I was zonked and conked, and perhaps even bonked. Bishop e6. The truth is I didn't understand a lot of the moves that Noah made this game, but I'm willing to concede that that's just me being like very tired and fatigued. Queen c6. This move felt so obvious. I couldn't believe he played f5 here. Like I at the board I was like in shock. Like I wasn't even thinking about my next move. If I thought a little bit better, like a little bit strong, I could have maybe, I probably would have been able to find that, because then you're threatening to jump in as well. He doesn't ever threaten this because I can take. Yeah, it's not a hard move to find. Yeah. Instead, I got so happy Then I legitimate counterplay thinking that his bishop was like pinned down, but it's really not the case. I can't believe I went from plus 15 to minus 1. Oh god. Oh god, make it stop. That was rough. Bishop h4. Queen h3. Again, I thought he was going to play over, and I was going to just go trade and play that position. I thought that was okay. Yeah. Queen h3, rook f6. And like this move was inexplicable. Inexplicable. It was just such a blunder. Like, I thought this was pretty obvious. He just plays up the exchange, and like, he's just like clearly better. Do I think it's winning? No, but he's like going to convert that a huge percentage of the time, right? I think so, anyway. So he plays bishop g5. I mean, like, look at this, okay? It is a -3 position. If he plays bishop g7, which is what I thought was plus 1.5, apparently this first is better, but okay. That makes a lot of sense, too. In fact, why did he not play rook f4? Just lost. Alright, well, I'm not, like, upset that he didn't play it. I'm just saying we both made a lot of mistakes this game. A lot of mistakes. And this is just a blunder. Yeah, I mean, it's like... Yeah, I don't know. Alright, bishop takes, rook ae1. I didn't know that this is better, but makes a lot of sense. I block with the bishop, thinking that now I have an anchor point. You know? Thinking this was good. Bishop takes on d7. Apparently I can't even take this, but I did anyway. Queen check. On h7. King c6. We have 47 minutes. I'm almost done with this one. I'm just trying to reconstitute some of the moves. Some of them. Goes back to h3. G takes. Move 35. G takes. He plays rook f3. Really? He plays rook f3 here? Yeah, rook f3. Bishop f2. Clever, clever, clever. Tricky, tricky, tricky. Rook f1. Queen e2. Clever, clever, clever. g4. And then blunder, blunder, blunder. Queen takes. God, I'm an idiot. Like, and I'm the one who's like losing. Oh, it's so sad. It's so sad. And then he, like, I mean, both of us, like, okay, honestly, like, obviously, we both kind of deserve to lose this game. Yeah. Like, I have no idea. He just goes rook takes, and then pawn takes. Like, none of this made any sense to me. We didn't go over this game because it was so late, by the way. Perhaps not surprisingly. Check, check, take. Yeah, we just like didn't bother to go over this one because, like, why would we? You know, it was a bad one. He just takes on e3. Queen takes on e3, and then f takes. Just take the pawn. Where are we? 42. Queen e8 check. Queen e8 check. King d6. I run over. Queen d8 check. I run over to e5. Queen e7 check. I run to f5. He then plays king h7 check. Obviously, threatening here. I check. Anyway, he checks me like 200 times. Like, I don't know if you can see, but what ends up happening here, I'm going to, first off, real quick, save this before it gets, like, ruined. Basically, these pawns got traded, and he gobbled this pawn while I ran my king to this side of the board. Okay, literally, I mean, I'm not kidding. more than 100 more moves from this point. I won these pawns, so we basically got rid of this pawn and these pawns. And it ended up being these 2 pawns and my rooks against his queen. And I, for the life of me, could not... actually, excuse me. No, what it was is he had this 1 pawn, I had these 2 pawns. And these pawns were gone, these pawns were gone. And he pushed us up the board, and I had, like, my connected rooks. And I couldn't get cover with my king. And I just couldn't win it. And then, you know, he was close to flagging, and yeah. Anyway, whatever. Let's do this. 72%. Yeah, I mean, it's just a terrible game. Did play the Brilliant, which is nice, but a terrible one. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it on that mark. I mean, I was winning, and then he was winning, and he was better in the mid game. It's just a really low percentage accuracy game. At least I have the Brilliant to tie myself back. A lot of moves were played. Maybe it would increase the accuracy, but like, I'm not doing it. Like, I stopped writing them down around move 50 anyway. It's just, yeah, it just was a terrible game. Game 4 of the tournament. So anyway, there you go. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. I'll see you guys on Tuesday. Peace.